I have kept quiet long enough. But what they did to Luka, that was personal.
The GOAT is about to drop the wildest secret behind the Luka Dončić trade. And trust me, what's coming will blow your mind. Nothing you've heard so far even comes close to what really went down. Today, we're diving deep into the untold story behind the Luka and Anthony Davis trade, and once you hear this, you'll never look at that deal the same again. You won't believe how Diddy and LeBron are tied up in this mess. It's insane how fast the NBA can flip. 1 second, Luka Dončić is lighting up Dallas, smirking at defenders while casually dropping 40 like it's a pickup game, and the next, he's rumored to be packing for Los Angeles.
As defenders, is it important that you now have a defensive player of the year candidate in Luka? He seems to think that he's telling us that he wants some.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who would have thought the Mavericks, the one team built around him, would even think about moving their franchise player? But this is the NBA, where loyalty sounds nice, until the salary cap starts biting and your superstar turns into a spreadsheet line called assets. When the news broke that Luka Dončić had been traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and 2 draft picks, the entire league exploded. Every feed went wild. Shams Charania dropped the bomb first, and within minutes, ESPN, Bleacher Report, and every basketball podcast on earth were melting down. The internet roasted Dallas instantly. People said the Mavericks had lost their minds, while others claimed the Lakers were just being the Lakers, stealing another superstar like they always do. It felt unreal, but deep down, it wasn't totally out of nowhere. If you'd been paying attention, you could sense something bubbling. There were whispers, quiet front office leaks about Luka's growing control over decisions, tension with Jason Kidd's rotations, and those tired interviews where Luka looked like he'd had enough. The Kyrie extension was supposed to fix the chemistry, but it never truly clicked. The team looked drained, not from his game, but from the politics that came with it. Still, trading him? That's nuclear-level desperation. Because here's the truth. Luka wasn't just their best player. He was the Mavericks' entire identity. He carried that team through every playoff heartbreak, every late-night miracle, every year where the roster looked mid at best. He made Dallas matter again. Even his teammates couldn't stop showing him love. Derek Lively said Luka made everyone better just by how much attention he pulled. And Derek Jones Jr. once said Luka's ability to read defenses made you want to raise your game. Those words hit different now, like echoes of everything Dallas lost the moment he left. But this move wasn't impulsive. No way. Sources close to the Lakers front office revealed that this deal had been cooking for months. Quiet phone calls, luxury tax gymnastics, and a shared urgency to secure their future after LeBron. Because let's be real, Anthony Davis wasn't proving he could carry the franchise alone. His health was shaky, his numbers dipped, and the team looked lost every time he sat. So what did the Lakers do? The same thing they always do, went fishing for the next megastar. Meanwhile, Dallas was caught in a storm of heartbreak and strange relief. Fans were crushed. Luka was their guy, their hope, their pride. But deep down, some folks felt it was time for a reset. The Mavs had been stuck in a rinse and repeat cycle. Big regular seasons, disappointing playoffs, rinse, repeat. Maybe trading Luka was their only way to shake things up. To his credit, Anthony Davis brings championship DNA, elite defense, and that big market swagger. Pair him with Lively, Grant Williams, and some solid new rotation depth from those Lakers picks, and the Mavs front office spun it like a transition, not a teardown. You could almost see the logic. Almost. But let's be real. Luka for AD? That's like trading a PlayStation 6 for a dusty PlayStation 2 that still kinda works. It makes you wonder, what does loyalty even mean in the NBA anymore? Because Luka didn't just play for Dallas. He built Dallas. He redefined what it meant to be a European star in America. But loyalty doesn't fix salary caps or balance luxury taxes, and it sure doesn't win boardroom battles. Teams today don't wait for fairy tales, they act. If they smell tension, they move. If the numbers don't add up, they move. There's no emotion, just math. This trade exposed that cold reality. The Mavericks didn't move Luka because he failed. They did it because the system said it made sense. The timing worked, the numbers fit, and both sides wanted change. Luka wanted more control. Dallas wanted more structure. And in a twisted way, both got what they wanted, but not the way they pictured it. Now, the NBA's got a brand new poster boy for the modern superstar era. And what makes it wild is that Luka didn't pull a dramatic exit. No cryptic tweets, no locker room meltdowns, no passive-aggressive pressers. He just moved in silence. Meanwhile, Dallas is trying to figure out life without him. The early games showed a new style. More ball movement, fewer isolations, Kyrie stepping up as a leader, and Lively showing confidence. Even Jason Kidd looks freer with his rotations. But deep down, it still feels off. You can sense the emptiness, that void left behind by Luka's magic. And if this blockbuster deal proved anything, it's that no one's safe anymore. Not even the guy who made your city believe again. But just when fans thought the chaos had peaked, that this was the grand finale, the real madness was only beginning. Because if the trade was shocking, the announcement that followed turned into a full-blown PR disaster. Nico Harrison, the Mavericks GM, walked straight into the fire pit. And man, it showed. The dude looked like he came to that press conference completely unaware of just how deep Luka's love ran in Dallas. He started talking about long-term strategy, balance, and roster depth. But nobody cared about that corporate talk. What fans heard was a man trying to justify losing their heart and soul. Then came the line that made the whole city snap. When Nico admitted he hadn't realized the full emotional weight Luka carried for Dallas, that was it. You could feel the room shift.
I did know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level.
The fans went from shocked to furious because how could the guy running the team not get it? Everyone knew Luka was Dallas, from the mural splashed across Deep Ellum to the packed-out arenas where even standing room tickets sold out. From his rookie debut to every wild buzzer beater, Luka didn't just represent the city, he breathed life into it.
Oziroma, bom rekel, kar strani nekaterih posameznikov, mogoče hilavščina celo, da to pa me osebno boli, ker mislim, da se Luka absolutno tega ni zaslužil.
So when Nico stood there acting like this was just another business call, the crowd felt betrayed. He tried to stay cool and professional, but it came off cold, detached, like a man reading a spreadsheet instead of breaking the news of a franchise heartbreak. And that's where Dallas fumbled hard. They underestimated the emotion behind the moment. Maybe the trade itself was inevitable, sure, but the rollout, the tone, the lifeless delivery, that turned what could have been a strategic move into an absolute media nightmare. Because to fans, this wasn't about salary caps or long-term rebuilds, it was about losing the one player who gave them hope every night. Luka wasn't just their star. He was the light at the end of every losing streak. The reason people still showed up believing. And then, to make things worse, Luka's father stepped in publicly, blasting the front office for their lack of transparency. That moment took the fire and turned it into a wildfire. At that point, you could see Dallas scrambling to play catch-up, but the damage was already done. What the front office forgot is simple. In moments like this, how you say something matters just as much as what you say. The PR team tried to make it sound strategic, but it came out soulless. Nico's supposed honesty about misjudging Luka's impact might have been real, but to fans, it sounded like an accidental confession of failure. And while all this was unraveling, the awkward interviews, the spin-filled statements, the stiff body language, the whole situation hit a wall. The fans were boiling, the mood was dark, and the league was buzzing. Because trades like this don't stay quiet for long. Once the official statement dropped, everyone had something to say. From retired legends to TikTok analysts to that one fan still tweeting, they should have kept Porzingis. It was chaos. You could literally feel the NBA community holding its breath, waiting for the explosion. And when it hit fast. LeBron James was the first big name to react, and the irony couldn't have been more poetic.
I was with my family at dinner and got the news, and first time I heard it, I thought it was for sure fake. Thought it was a hoax. People messing around, whatever.
The same man who flipped the sports world upside down with the decision in 2010, now watching another seismic move shake the league. At first, LeBron thought it was fake news. He literally said he had to double check that it wasn't a parody account. Then he went on record saying he'd always dreamed of playing with Luka, calling it one of those once-in-a-generation alignments. Of course, LeBron's reaction split the internet right down the middle.
Luka is one of my favorite players in the NBA today. From the simple fact of the way I play the game is exactly how I love the way he plays the game.
Some fans were hyped, like, of course he's excited, he's getting Luka. But others called him out, saying he was just being media savvy, doing what LeBron always does, playing the PR game like a pro. Still, there was something in his tone, that spark in his words, that felt real. You could tell this one meant something. Meanwhile, back in Dallas, the mood was the total opposite. Dirk Nowitzki looked heartbroken, like someone told him they were tearing down the AAC and replacing it with a Starbucks. The man who built Mavericks culture from the ground up was now watching it all crumble. He didn't rant, he didn't lash out, he barely spoke, but his silence said everything. His body language in that interview was louder than any quote.
Having that day to travel back, and my phone just starts blowing up left and right, and then I kind of looked on social media, and I think I was as shocked and surprised as everybody was.
You could feel the weight in every pause, every glance at the floor. This was the guy who stayed loyal through every rebuild, every rough season, every missed shot. The definition of commitment. And now he was watching that same loyalty disappear overnight. For a move that felt more like a numbers game than a basketball decision, Dirk's reaction hit fans the hardest. Because if there's one man who knows what it means to stick it out for a city, it's him. And seeing him look that defeated, that's when everyone realized this wasn't just a trade, it was the end of an era. It all started with Dirk, the quiet storm in the middle of the chaos. Then came Kyrie Irving's take, calm on the surface but heavy underneath. He didn't go off, didn't make it dramatic, but you could feel the emotion bleeding through his words. Kyrie said losing Luka felt like losing a brother, and that line hit deep. But in classic Kyrie fashion, he found the light in the dark, welcoming Anthony Davis to Dallas and talking about new balance and fresh opportunity.
So it's still a grieving process right now. Miss my hermano. We had a lot of time together. Keith too, and Maxi.
You could see what he was doing, trying to keep the team from falling apart while holding his own emotions together. Fans saw it too. Half the comments under that clip were like, Kyrie's definitely hurt, but he's staying composed. He was the calm inside a storm everyone else was losing their minds in. Then came Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he flipped the whole narrative on its head. When a reporter asked him about Luka heading to Los Angeles, Giannis cracked that trademark grin and said, "That's so typical for him." But you could tell there was more behind it. That was Giannis making a statement about culture, about perception, about power.
You know what I want? I want Luka to the Lakers. I want Jokic to the Knicks. I want all the Europeans to go to all the big markets.
Because for years, international stars have been boxed into small market corners, treated like they don't belong under Hollywood lights. Luka heading to LA, that shattered the old script completely. It was like Giannis was saying, yeah, it's our time now. The spotlight belongs to us too. That quote went viral across continents, Europe, the US, everywhere. And then came the wild card, Jaylen Brown. Out of nowhere, a clip from Netflix's Starting 5 docuseries dropped, and Jaylen didn't hold back for a second. He said it straight. That might be one of the worst trades of all time. Hearing that from someone who survived constant trade rumors himself, that hit different. His reasoning was on point too. He said losing Luka wasn't just about losing points or assists, it was losing an identity. That single line, they didn't just lose a player, they lost who they were, started trending for days. Fans said it sounded like a movie trailer line, something that could open a documentary. Meanwhile, Austin Reeves somehow found himself pulled right into the storm too. Everyone remembers when he said, "Everybody be like, I got the white boy." I'm like, it's gonna be hell. That quote came back hard in this moment. Reeves spoke about what he called the white guy stigma in the NBA.
I was like, what? He said the Lakers got Luka. I was like, haha, yeah. Yep. And literally, and he goes, no, he goes, they're trading AD for Luka, and I was like, F you.
How players like him or Luka often get boxed into certain labels until they prove they belong. So when he reacted to the trade, it wasn't just about basketball, it was personal. He said the league needs to start judging players by what they do, not what they look like. That hit home for a lot of fans. It added a whole new layer to the conversation. Suddenly this trade wasn't just about rosters or stats, it was about representation. And because the internet never misses a beat, the chaos took a left turn into Hollywood territory. Out of nowhere, Flea, yes, that Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, showed up on the same podcast as Austin Reeves. He said when he heard the news, he had to sit down, nearly fell over, and couldn't believe the Lakers traded AD for Luka. He called it insane, said it felt like Christmas morning for Lakers fans. His energy was contagious, hyping up what the new season could look like. Suddenly, this wasn't just an NBA story anymore. It was entertainment news. Even celebrity Lakers fans were losing it. John Legend went full fan mode, grinning ear to ear, saying he couldn't wait to see Luka and LeBron running the show.
As a Dallas fan, it hurts me, but I'm happy for him that he's going to be able to go out there and be in LA and get to try to achieve his dream of winning a championship.
You could almost hear him picturing the Staples Center, Crypto Arena, turning into a movie set every night. And it wasn't just basketball people reacting. Patrick Mahomes, who's been a Luka fan since the Dallas days, said it actually hurt to see him go. It's like watching your favorite movie character get recast, he said, and that one line instantly trended. Then came Anže Kopitar, captain of the LA Kings and Luka's fellow Slovenian. He was all smiles in his interview, calling Luka's move to LA a dream come true, not just for the city, but for Slovenia itself. The pride in his face said everything. Luka's trade didn't just shake the NBA, it rippled through every sport. From basketball to music, football to hockey, everyone was talking.
I told Luka straight up, don't let Diddy's world pull you in. One of your teammates already made that mistake.
Luka's move had become a cultural moment, but through all that noise, through every viral take, celebrity reaction, and media frenzy, one voice cut through louder than anyone else's. And when he spoke, everything shifted. Michael Jordan. Out of nowhere, MJ's comment hit social media like a thunderclap. Reporters claimed he said Luka needed to stay focused and not get lost in Diddy's world. Just like that, the conversation turned electric. Fans started dissecting every single word. What did MJ mean by Diddy's world? To some, it sounded like a jab at the celebrity lifestyle, a warning about fame, parties, and distractions. But others thought it went way deeper, like MJ was drawing a hard line between the old school, grind until you bleed mentality and the new era, where fame moves faster than the game itself. Of course, it didn't take long for people to connect those dots straight back to LeBron, because let's be real, MJ and LeBron have never been close. There's respect, sure, but never warmth. That one of your teammates line MJ dropped, everyone took it as a straight shot at LeBron, especially with all the whispers about his friendship with Diddy.
Biggest market in the world for sports is the Lakers.
So when MJ said that to Luka, it didn't sound like advice. It sounded like a warning. Like he was saying, don't become LeBron 2.0. And that's where things got messy, because not too long ago, LeBron was Luka's biggest fan. He called him a once-in-a-generation alignment, acting like their partnership was fate. So now the question everyone's whispering is, was this really just about basketball? Or was LeBron trying to pull Luka closer to the Diddy network everyone keeps whispering about? So here's the big question. What does this wild Luka Dončić trade really mean for his place in NBA history? Because at this point, it's not just about which jersey he's wearing, it's about how the world sees him now. Is he still that humble phenom from Europe who broke the game open, or has he stepped into the kind of power only megastars like LeBron and KD ever touch? Before the chaos, before the headlines, before all the celebrity parties and Diddy whispers, Luka had already built a legacy that players spend decades chasing. From the moment he dropped Jaws as a teenager in Europe to that unforgettable rookie year in Dallas, he was a generational talent. By his early 20s, he was racking up triple-doubles like it was clockwork, hitting game winners that made physics look fake, and dropping that signature step-back three that left defenders frozen. Luka wasn't just good, he was redefining what it meant to be a young NBA superstar. Then, boom, the trade bomb hit, and suddenly everything changed. Loyalty, greatness, legacy, all up for debate. Fans, analysts, and even former players started lining up their comparisons. LeBron, Durant, Kawhi, all stars who changed teams and rewrote their stories. And now, Luka's the next one on that list. The question is, can he do what LeBron did and come out legendary? Or will the fans see it as betrayal? Even Jason Kidd had thoughts on this before everything went down. He once said that the tension between team structure and player ambition defines legacies just as much as rings. And man, that's exactly what's playing out right now. The tug of war between control and loyalty, ambition and legacy. That's Luka's story now. Media voices have been buzzing nonstop too. Analysts like Zach Harper and Steve Ashburner called this move a defining moment for Luka's career. Harper said that thriving in Los Angeles could skyrocket his global brand to levels even bigger than Dallas ever allowed. But Ashburner warned there's a flip side. The scrutiny in LA is a different beast. In a city obsessed with celebrity and spectacle, every single pass, every tweet, every sideline photo gets magnified. The spotlight can make you or break you. Even Dwayne Wade chimed in, saying, trades like this are never just basketball moves. They're business, marketing, branding, and legacy all rolled into one. And he's right, because let's be real, Los Angeles isn't just another market. It's the market, the biggest stage in the world for sports, media, and fame. Luka in LA doesn't just change wins and losses. It shifts endorsements, merch sales, sponsorships, even global fan engagement.
I would have never thought Luka Dončić get traded at this age, mid-season. Yes, NBA is a wild place, man. If he can get traded, then anybody's up, for grabs.
The ripple effect is already in motion. So when you zoom out, this isn't just Dallas swapping with the Lakers, it's a statement. The NBA just reminded everyone that no player is untouchable. No superstar is sacred. If the right deal comes along, even your franchise cornerstone can be gone overnight. Devin Booker said it best. Not everybody's claim is untouchable until the league proves you wrong. Translation? If the numbers make sense, loyalty doesn't stand a chance. That mindset is changing everything. Franchises are rethinking how they build around their stars. Players are rethinking how they plan their careers. Even the word home in the NBA doesn't mean what it used to. And then there's Kevin Durant, always the realist. He called the deal weird, saying, the league's a wild place, man. And honestly, he's not lying. The NBA's always had drama, but this hit different. It felt like the floor just shifted under the entire league. And let's talk about what this means for the future of super teams. For years, we've seen squads stacking up. Miami, Golden State, Brooklyn, but this new wave, it's more dangerous. It's not just about putting stars together anymore. It's about navigating this cutthroat ecosystem where loyalty, money, and marketing power all collide. Front offices are learning to move faster, talk quieter, and think bigger. Meanwhile, players are realizing it's not just about winning, it's about owning your story. Legacy and leverage now go hand in hand. Luka's trade might be the spark that forces every team and superstar to think differently about their future. So yeah, Luka's move isn't just a headline. It's a ripple that's going to reshape the entire NBA for years to come. New super teams are coming, new power plays, new strategies, and maybe a brand new era of player control. The NBA of 2026? It might look nothing like what we've known before, but one thing's for sure, the drama's only getting started. So what do you think? Did the Mavericks blow it? Or are the Lakers quietly building the ultimate super team? Drop your hot takes in the comments. I want to see who's riding for Team Luka and who thinks Dallas will bounce back stronger than ever. And hey, if you're hyped for what's coming next in this NBA roller coaster, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure those notifications are on, because trust me, you do not want to miss what happens next. See you on the next one.